Hi everyone, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin and try and make sense of what's going with the price action. Is it going to be continuing lower? Is it going to have a recovery of sorts? Let's jump in. This is the 4-hour chart, which at the moment is providing us with a good perspective of what's been happening. And we have the 3-day 200 MA also here as well, which is we've actually lost a support as well. So just draw a little line on here so we can kind of see where that should be. So you see there's a lot of resistance overhead, but what we have been waiting for is some sign that we are going to move from a downtrend to an uptrend, as of course a macro uptrend like this isn't sufficient to give us confirmation that the price action is essentially going to recover from here and continue higher and start going through and busting through some of these resistance levels. As you can see, we had a lower low and then a lower high as we didn't manage to surpass this swing high on the way down. Therefore, we have yet to have confirmation or any signal at all that Bitcoin is going to move up from here until yesterday we got, or rather, yesterday afternoon, we did get this higher low, which we've been waiting for. Now, that doesn't mean the price action can't roll over from here and do something like this, but now we at least have got the first signal of a trend change, which is a higher low. So what obviously a downtrend is a series of lower lows versus lower highs, and an uptrend is a series of higher lows versus higher highs. So really what we now need to see is either certainly another higher low, so maybe something like this, right? And there's another higher low. And then after that, of course, we need to see a higher high for additional confirmation. And that would mean essentially surpassing 93K, or rather this swing high, which is sitting at around 93,775. So essentially we need to get just above 94K in order to have that higher high, and that would then bring more people into the market, because we're going to see then, of course, we've had confirmation of a trend change, and more people will see that and start to look for then positions coming in. So as an example, if Bitcoin can get above the 3-day 200 MA and get free of all this and then comes up here like this, then what you're going to have is people looking to then come in, not necessarily after we've put in the higher high, but we then will see people looking to enter the market maybe at slightly lower price points like 89K, and then potentially we'll have a reversal from there. So we need the signals, bullish signals, to stack up, which they are not doing yet, but we do of course have the first sign of a trend change, which is very important, of course. Now, ideally now Bitcoin needs to get above 89K, and that obviously has confluence with the 3-day 200 MA, which means that if it can do that, then we take out those two bunches of sellers all in one go. And you can see the RSI as well is tentatively, excuse me, trying to get above this median line as well. So you could wait to see how the RSI interacts with this here, and if you do see a break above, the RSI is always quite telling as what's about to happen next. Then you could use that to potentially come in with confidence when you start seeing a break above 89K. So a couple of signals, that'll be a secondary signal, but ultimately this is what we're looking for in the price action. But until Bitcoin can get above 89K, and as a result 3-day 200 MA at the same time, you have to expect we will be coming back down again to 82 to 81K, and maybe even lower, as a higher low is good, but in order to confirm the trend change, we need to have a higher high as well. So Bitcoin has some work to do. It has to get above 89K. It has to surpass essentially 94K to get that higher high. And if we see that, then the sentiment will begin to change for the crypto market. But until we see that, we have to expect some more downside, or at least some consolidating price action within this range until we see a break in either direction. But that's Bitcoin.